How's it going, Pisces community? Soul Tiger is here with a story for this most wonderful, beautiful frequency. So, some keywords here for your story is front and center, Pisces. Listen up. You've came to a point in your life where you're feeling lost, confused by other people's actions against you. Don't take it personal. Some people are idiots. They are born that way sometimes. And that's their personal problem, to be honest, Pisces. Don't let them create chaos in your life by governing your reactions to their actions. And I'm going to call it as that. Ooh-wee. So something that you're at the biggest distance with, you're not seeing, is service. What is happening now is doing some kind of service for you in the long run. Your house is all about ending old cycles and preparing for new. So there's something here you're not seeing what this service is going to be. Another sacred card here is self-worth. This is something that you are very, very, very confused on. There's something here that you don't want to end. You really don't want it to end at a heart level. But another sacred card says that this is an impasse. There's no getting around what's happening right now. There could have been some kind of denial that's been happening for a little bit. And right now, the universe is not letting this happen. There's definitely something here with insecurity. Somebody could be poking at an insecurity, messing with you about an insecurity. And there's some kind of balance that needs to happen. A balance when it comes to dealing with others. Putting yourself first when it comes to balancing yourself out versus having to do so much for others, appease others. For some reason, there's a lot of buildup of energy for you, and I feel like this is going to continue into the Aries full moon. The Aries full moon is going to happen October 6th. Now, Mars has to do with a lot of conflicting energy, and I feel like you're just going to have a lot of conflict from now until this full moon, and it's going to be facing a lot of things that make you insecure, a lot of things that you really have to figure out what your self-worth is on. And maybe something is we have to figure out what you're actually passionate about here, what it is that you want to do versus where you've been at. What is it? Because expansion, something here, expansion is on the horizon. Expansion, especially when it comes to you speaking up, clearly communicating with others. And remember, somebody's messing with you to get you to react. Alright, so what that's going to do when they're poking at your insecurities and when they're trying to trigger you, what they're trying to do is they're trying to get you a fear of speaking up. They're trying to increase your social anxiety. But they're also trying to get you to withdraw, to hide yourself away. Gossip, what you don't see, but you know in your heart it's happening. Somebody's not being very nice. Whoever it is that's trying to trigger you, whoever is trying to mess with you, it really pisses them off to see you happy, to see you glowing, to see you dancing, to see you smiling, to see you in your personal power. It's for some reason they don't want to see it. It makes their demons upset. There's a facade here. There's something here. Again, you're in a situation where there's no really getting around it. There's an ending coming for something. There's an ending coming towards a facade. Something that has to do with this vanity. Vanity could be a very good thing. Vanity is definitely somebody who really thinks highly of themselves. They're really in their personal power. just like there's good to vanity, there's also the bad side to vanity, and that could be a person with a really big head. And I'm not meaning in like an actual physical way. I'm talking about the metaphor where they think too highly of themselves. So you got vanity here. So you could have somebody who has a really big head and their ego about themselves, about whatever this is dealing with. Because whoever this person who has a really big ego is upset or could be upset when you try to make boundaries for yourself, when you try to step into your self-worth a little bit more, when you try and speak up. Because again, this is somebody who's poking at insecurities to make you withdraw. This is somebody who likes to spread stuff through the grapevine about you. This is somebody who thinks that they are all that in a empty bag of chips. That's all I'm going to say. They're just an empty bag of chips that is right there on the ground. They is nothing, but they like to think they something. So that's the introduction right there. I'm feeling it. You are dealing with somebody or somebodies. That's what it is. And Pisces, just know you will irritate others' demons. You will irritate their own insecurities by you just being happy. You know, misery loves company. Just know that. And you can't keep somebody's misery company if you're happy. So you feel this in your heart. You're very intuitive. There's definitely some stuff that's making your anxieties go up. It's definitely making you feel more insecure, fearful. Definitely there's some fear of change here. But this is what your house is about. It's about ending things, and it's about being able to go off into new beginnings, to make room for new things to come in. So that was a pretty big introduction. Let's go ahead and dive into the present here. I'm going to call that good with all these cards. Holy moly. So first thing that comes out, and you could be at a distance with this. I could have a Pisces here, which is an extrovert. A lot of Pisceans are extroverts. I'm not going to lie. A lot of Pisces that I meet definitely have big friend groups. They have friend groups that they've known for a long time. But what I'm seeing is there's somebody in your friend group who has the intentions of something else. I want to say snake in the grass, but I don't always like to depict the snakes always to be bad. But there is somebody here who doesn't have the greatest intentions. This could be a person who is trying to mean girl you. What I mean is they're trying to mess with you on purpose. So right here at the distance, we have the Hermit card. You need to stop trusting others. You need to not withdraw because they're making you feel insecure, but merely withdraw your energy from reacting to them. Feel that inner intuition, that inner guidance when they're trying to get you to react. One of the biggest things for clarity is to practice patience, practice patience, practice patience. Especially if you want to get out of your mind when people are messing with you. Because people like to sit here and do stupid things right away. Here we go. Here's the devil. Here's the Ten of Swords. So this is them attacking your mindset. This is them attacking your emotional stability, your success of healing. That's what they're doing. They're attacking your relationships with others. Again, with that gossip. They could be directly trying to target a masculine. Maybe it's a boss, somebody who is a little bit higher up, maybe a higher up family member, to get this family member to flip their view on you type of thing. They definitely don't want anything new to come in for you. They don't. They want to see you without. That's what I get. And so they're willing to put in work. They're willing to do things that trigger you. This person has been able to observe you. That's what I get. This person has been able to make up stories about you. I mean, you could have had certain reactions to things because you are human. You are human. You're allowed to get upset. You're allowed to get pissed off. You're allowed to be irritated. But the thing is they've misconstrued that chaos in their gossip. They've sat here, and whatever they're trying to do, they're trying to make you look like something else. And here we have this emperor. They're trying to make you look like you don't have control, because when the emperor's in reverse, he doesn't have control. He can't step up. He can't run his kingdom. He or they, I should say, they are over domineering at that point. And again, there's that Mars energy dealing with conflict, because again, they want to block you. With this Two of Swords, they want to leave you out in the cold. They want to leave you emotionally stuck. They want you to have to depend on them. That's what it is. Or somehow they're using something that you've depended on them before against you. That's what I'm feeling. And that's where they come in as like a King of Pentacles energy. They have so much to provide. They've done so much. They've done their job, basically. And now that they've done their job, they're kind of rubbing it in your face kind of thing. And they're kind of trying to make you follow them because of their ego. Remember, this person really thinks highly of themselves. And I feel like you have went along with this program for so long because you thought it was the right thing to do when it comes to dealing with whoever, whatever this is, person, place, and or thing. But their ego, this could be more than one person. Definitely we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This could be a whole group of friends that you're outgrowing. This could be a workplace that you're outgrowing. This could be a toxic family mindset that you're outgrowing, and that's very real, and that touches home right here, because I've had to outgrow a toxic family mindset before, not just with one family, but actually with 2 families. But there's something here that you have to clear the fog of the facade. And I feel like it's you having to walk through everything with these people because of who they were at one time or who they are now. And you do get people like that, whether family, friends, co-workers, bosses, who like to say, well, I've done this and this for you, or I'm this person in your life, and you don't have a choice. So please be careful of that, because they're targeting your sacral energy, which is about good relationships right there. They're targeting your heart chakra. That's jealousy, that's bitterness, that's lack of empathy right there when it's out of balance. And this is what they're doing to mess with you. They're also targeting your throat chakra so you don't speak up for yourself. They're targeting your solar plexus because they don't want you to step into your personal power. There's something here that they get a joy. That's what I see too, is when I say personal power and I look at the solar plexus, that self-discipline, motivation. This is something that they're targeting too. So you could be trying to develop new habits for yourself. You could be trying to better yourself. And this person likes to get you to react so that you don't do those new routines too. Again, the more you take care of yourself, that's the more you're feeding into your personal power and stepping into it. And this person does not want that to happen. Oh man, this is no fun right here, Pisces. No fun, no fun. But please, 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 please keep in mind. Please keep in mind, go look up your house, Pisces, because your house has to deal with the direct challenges that you face in life. And some of it might make sense to you when you start to open up your perspective to why certain things happen and why you get stuck dealing with things for so long. But your house is all about ending old cycle, preparing for new. Being able to let go of things that are not good for you so you can go off to better places here. I mean, it's kind of like the 8th house energy, which is the Scorpio, fixed water sign transformation through relationships. They always have to have their transformation through the people around them and the things that they learn. Then you have the air sign Libra, which is cardinal energy. Yes. And that's all about relating to others. So please don't feel like you're out on the cold with things, like you're the only one who has to deal with people this way. There's a lot of other signs, or a few other signs, that have to do the same thing, where they have their biggest transformations in life, their biggest level ups, by dealing with hard people, hard places, hard communities. So we're going to call in our angels of protection. Now I have the Sambucus tarot deck because this is my tight lip tarot deck. Pisces, you don't know who to talk to about anything right now because of what's happening in your life. From the way your friends are treating you, could be family treating you same way, to whoever this other is who's saying that they're the provider. I don't know if it's a boss. I don't know if it's a spouse. I don't know if it's a roommate. But yeah, you're dealing with a lot, and I don't see you having anybody to lean on right now. If it's boiling up, you're getting frustrated, please write in a journal. Make ways to talk to somebody that you can trust. Don't let this overboil in you and to where somebody gets you to react. Now I will say this has been coming in for like the past month. I don't know if she was a Pisces. I was facing this energy of this particular female. I don't know who she is, but I know she reminded me of somebody's wife. And I know this Taurus's wife is a Pisces. But I know at one point last month, I kept hearing her name. Her name starts with the M. I don't know her personally. I know of her because of how weird her husband can act sometimes. Anyways, but I shit you not, I heard her name in my head, and I could see a white SUV, and I could see the energy of this Piscean in a reaction mode. And she's in a reaction mode, and she's driving fast, and there's a car accident that happens, and I don't know what happens. I don't know if she has their baby with them. I don't know. But this is why it's really important for Pisces here. Do not let these people get you to react to where you end up doing something that could hurt you or even hurt another, just because you're trying to get away from the situation, because you're overwhelmed. Please take steps to take care of yourself, to release what's going on, to find somebody, a church counselor, a therapist, a psychologist to talk to. You have to let it out. You have to let it out, okay? Safely. Let it out safely. Don't let these people mess up your future. Don't let them mess up do not let them mess up your future because they're trying to mess with you. All right, that's your big warning, Pisces. Very big warning, okay? So angels of protection, please help guide us through the Piscean's block here as we explore what's going on with Pisces. All right, so there's a lot of focus. You're focusing a lot on the dramas of things. Could be how you've reacted to things, how you should react to things. I feel like I have a Pisces here who has tried to go over the top with reacting with this Queen of Wands there. And the reason why this Pisces has tried to go over the top of reacting is because they're trying to create judgment on how to set things right, how to get this person who is all in their ego, their head so big they can barely walk through the door, to get them to stop doing whatever they're doing that's messing with them. That's what I get here with that Queen of Wands. Then I have the King of Wands. So you're not seeing what this person's doing. Oh yeah, so King of Wands. We have the King of Swords. Holy shit. Holy shit. This person's messing with you. This person has more than one person messing with you. Definitely they could have a sidekick. This sidekick is very arrogant. Very arrogant. So I have the Queen of Wands to the King of Wands. You're confused about whoever this person is. This could be exactly the hearing mentor, but manager, boss, partner. This could be a teacher as well. But this person, you're confused on how to view them. And it's because they have another person that's coming up and standing up for them. This person's very, like, they're diplomatic. They could be a little bit older. This person speaks very, very well. But the thing is, birds of a feather are flocking together. And whatever it is, they're trying to put you in a place. That's what they're trying to do. And they're calling you crazy. That's what they're doing. Or what they are doing to you is literally driving you crazy. And it's all deception. It is all deceptions. That's what this Three of Swords is. Nobody's telling the truth here. It's a bunch of freaking lies. A bunch of lies so that you will lose it. You will lose it. You won't hold on to control. You will lose it. Here comes this Queen of Coins. They want you to lose it. They don't want you to show up any better. They like the fact that they can make you out to be this really greedy person. But you got to take action. That's the thing, is you have to take action here. But for some reason you're not taking action. You could be believing them. You could be believing them. Oh my goodness. Oh my good. I've had workplaces like this. I've had workplaces where you have the little second, number two. I want to call him number two. Dr. Evil's number two. That's what it is. You got Dr. Evil and you got their number two right here. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so something happens. This person calls whoever, and this other person comes in and they talk to you, or somehow they create a casual conversation with you. And they kind of tell you that basically you're crazy for acting like that. You're crazy for reacting to this and stuff like that. They don't know why you're losing control. They don't know why it all has to be about you or something like that. They're trying to make you feel very selfish. That's what they're trying to do. But the whole thing is, these people are just toxic. They're toxic. They're abusive. Somebody could be physically abusive. There's definitely some mental abuse that's happening here that's really messing with you. And it could be making you a little mentally unstable. It could be increasing your anxiety. You could be a very intuitive Pisces, and this is what I'm hearing. They could be, because you're so intuitive and you feel so much, they could be trying to call you schizophrenic, something like that. But they're trying to throw out some mental conditions out there to make you feel a type of way. Or say I have a Pisces here that does have a mental condition. Whatever they're doing is fucking with it. Excuse my language, but that's what they're doing. They're a bunch of assholes. I don't like this. I don't like this. And the whole thing is, they don't want you to go. This is a part of them blocking you. They don't want you to get any new ideas about yourself. They don't want you to feel like you have these rights to communicate what is of equal here, because again, somebody has such a big ego because of what they show up with. They have to make you feel less. Oh gosh. I'm hearing one last card. Is there one last card for the block? One last card for the block. There it is. 5 of Swords, that right there. This is what they don't want you to do. They don't want you to put this down. They want you to stay in the cycle with them. They want you to stay in the cycle with the psycho, basically. And again, this is person, place, and or thing. Ooh. Pisces, you just had your full moon not too long ago, so this makes sense that, you know, you're dealing with this. The full moon was on the 7th of September. Then we have the new moon in Libra coming up. This new moon is going to challenge us in how we people please. How we people please and how we need to bring it into balance. You know, regardless if we're going to piss off anyone else. Oh man, this situation makes me want to cuss a lot. I don't like it. I don't like it because I've been played like this before too, whether it's with family, whether it's been with friends, whether it's been with old bosses and co-workers. This isn't healthy. This is not healthy here, Pisces. I will tell you for sure, from the heart. I don't give a fuck who the hell you are. I don't care what your past is. I don't care who you know. This isn't right. What they're doing to you is not right. That's not right. Do with that information as you wish. Oh man, let's get out of this block. Oh, thank you, angels of protection, for protecting us against these. Oh man, these scoundrels I'm hearing. These vultures. These piranhas. Oh man. These flies, because they're so annoying. Pisces, you're not a piece of shit. Just know that you are not a piece of shit. You don't have to stay around these fly-ass motherfuckers who like shitty situations and treating people shit in shitty ways. Excuse me. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I haven't gone so wound up for a story. I feel like in a while. Thank you, Pisces. Ooh. All right, divine and universal energy. What are the positive messages that need to come out to help Pisces with this situation, with this vain person and their crony? What is the best advice that you can give them? Or, yeah. All right, here we go. So, there they are. Plain as day. Meant to block you. Meant to challenge you. Remember, you're going to be dealing with a lot of conflict. Conflict that you've been afraid to challenge before. But this conflict is tied to your door of value. Remember that. Valuing you. We talked about your self-worth over here. But one of the things is you have to give yourself permission. Permission to open up. It could be permission to do something different, especially when it comes down to your beliefs, I'm hearing. You've been lost for a long time. This world that we live in nowadays, especially with the social media, has us lost spiritually. So we need you to start to seek out spiritual things to help you. You could go to church. You could find a nice spiritual group to start talking to. But you need to start to heal yourself on a spiritual level. Envy. We have envy here. A woman holding a heart. And a community. Look at the way that all comes out. You have a community that's over here that envies what you have. They could be envying you dealing with this I don't even want to call them a nice name. Please help me out with this one, Divine. They could be envying whatever you have. But if they actually knew what it came with, they might think differently. But there's just a lot of envy here. There's not healthy relationships in this community right now that you're in. And right now, this community wants to keep you off balance. Off balance in your mind, off balance in your emotions, off balance in your body. They could want to see you sick. They could like to see you suffer. The whole thing is you need to stop overthinking things, and you need to fill out from your heart what's going on. You need to fill out from your intuition. Because there's something here that we got to stop putting our head down to, and we actually need to look up and see what's going on. Something that you're confused on, especially dealing with this person, is you feel like this is it. This could be the only thing that you get, the only kind of success or victory. It's not. Don't be confused on that. I mean, if you could find a place, say it's work, say if you find a place that makes less, where you make a little less money, but you're happy, the people treat you good. There's a different kind of wealth there. It all depends on what you value when it comes to wealth. Because dealing with this person who's vain, who's like this King of Pentacles, who just likes putting shit around him, but because it's the King of Pentacles inside, they're only worried about the shit around them. They have a very hollow heart. So you have to figure out what is the actual wealth that you want. Does it have to deal with people who have hollow hearts but have nice things? Or would you like to have somebody who truly cares about you, who truly sees you? That's up to you when it comes to the things that you work towards, when it comes to your victories. Something else you're not seeing is we have the 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. There is divine communication here. The divine has been talking with you. The divine has been trying to show you what this lesson is, show you what these people are about, but something here, you have blocked them in your mind somehow. Somehow you have this block going and you're not taking actions because you're believing what they say. And you feel like there's no other options here, but that's a damn lie. It just depends on where you want to find your joy, Pisces. You have something here with the community that's poking your insecurities. There's something here that you are afraid to lose. You don't want to lose it. But again, it comes at balancing. Balancing. You're going to make people upset. And that's okay. You're going to make your community upset, but you know what's more important? You being able to balance yourself. You being able to heal. Again, whatever it is that they're trying to mess with you when it comes to your insecurities. The biggest thing is you have something that they want, whatever this headache is. Let them. Let them, because you know what you're going to do? If you choose to go on this journey, if you choose to take on this challenge to help empower yourself, because this is what this channel is about, is self-empowerment. Getting closer to the seed that's from the divine, which is that higher up energy. And you have that direct communication that's happening. The thing is, you have to step into your self-worth. You have to find that it's okay to have fun. It's okay to have that personal power. It's okay to have motivation and discipline for the ways that you really want to lead your life, Pisces. Send them my way. I'll give them a piece of my mind. I'm not afraid to stand up for somebody else. Sometimes it takes me a little bit of time to stand up for myself. I'll let somebody push me so far. But man, do I got a bean mouth on me sometimes, because I will tell you about yourself. And then there are times where I just won't say nothing. I'll dismiss myself. I'll say, okay, you win. Have it. You win. And I'll let them keep it all. Keep it all. Keep it all, because I want nothing to do with that. I want nothing that reminds me of it. It just depends. It depends on how you want to handle this, how you want to deal with this, because Pisces, there's more out there for you. There's definitely more out there for you, and the divine hasn't abandoned you. The divine wants you to know that. Your angels especially want you to know that. And this is not a punishment. They want you to step out of what these cronies are telling you, and they want you to step into you, believing in you. All right, I hope this helps. Don't forget to thank your angels, ancestors, spirit guides, as well as divine and universal energy for coming in and helping out. And as always, I hope that you have a most wonderful rest of your day.